Alrighty, so here I am with another video, and this is an interesting one that I never thought I'd be making, but I'm extremely excited about it in a way. Also, I thought I would make it because this feels like something that could get a lot of hits from my channel. Because something like gnat control is something a lot of people will probably search for. So, for what happened, it's probably be another rambling 30-minute video, but anyways. I'll try to keep it somewhat concise. So I've been having a gnat problem in my little house lately. Now, over the years, every so often I'll have gnats, right? A few. And what's annoying about them is specifically I spend a lot of time surfing the web, sitting in front of my desktop, and they'll fly in front of my monitor. And it's just super, super annoying, especially if you're kind of tired and cranky, like I usually am. It's super annoying. Super, super annoying. But usually they kind of come and go. And usually there's just a few, one here and there. And it'll be not a big deal, but just a little annoying. And like I said, they come and go. Like maybe they'll be there for a couple weeks. They'll be gone for, I won't notice them for a while, a month or two. And then they'll come, and then there'll be kind of a few around again. They're kind of on and off, intermittent. And, they've kind of always been a little bit of a problem, but like I said, they're on and off. There'll be times when there's none for a long time, and then times when they come back a little bit. Well, I never really figured out exactly what the deal with them was. At one time, I thought there was something called drain flies, because they seem to congregate, or not congregate, but there'll be quite a few of them around the garbage disposal. So, and anywhere there's water, really, but any kind of drain, like bathroom sink drain, there'll be a few. There'll be like there's not a ton of them. They don't like swarm. You'll see like 1, 2, 3 at a time at the most, usually. But they'll be flitting around. They don't really even fly that good. They run a lot along the ground. And I read in reading about them, that's a thing that they almost prefer to run than fly. Like they can fly, but they're not the best flyers. So but recently, for whatever reason, and I've never really figured out a foolproof way to get rid of them or anything like that. They're not particularly aggressive. Like I said, they don't bite. They don't really swarm. They will kind of go to food, but it's kind of weird how they do it. And like I said, I've been Googling a lot about them, so I just kind of learned all. Apparently, this is really gross, but they like quote unquote slime and mold or some things they like. And you can tell they'll hang around the wastebasket. Like I said, they're not really aggressive. It's not like if you put a piece of meat, like 30 of them will go to it. It's like they'll just be flitting around the wastebasket all the time. I don't know how to put it. But recently, I had an outbreak of them. I don't know why. This one was like worse than ever before. I have no idea. Here's what I think though, is that I have a lawn that kind of doesn't dry properly in this I have a small yard, but right in front of my door, there's like maybe a 10-foot across by 40 feet long section that's very wet, or that's wet, and it's wet like all the time. I don't know why. I moved into this house not really knowing much about houses, so I didn't really think about it or notice it, I guess, and it seems to have gotten worse over the years. I don't know if that's really true or not, but it's just it'll dry out. Don't get me wrong. It'll dry out in like May, June, July, August. It's about 4 months, but here it is May and it's wet right now. But that's because we've had a lot of wet weather lately. Obviously if it rains a lot, it's wet. And in the winter, it's kind of just always damp. And this area of my yard, it's right on the side of the house, and it's in a low area, and it never dries out properly, really. It will dry out good to where it's like actually dry in July, August, September. That's about it. So like maybe 3 months out of 12. And there's even moss on it. It's just kind of gross. Kind of like in the side of the house area where the sun doesn't really get because it's always shaded because the house shades it. In this fence corner, like there's moss perennially. Even when it dries out real good in August and whatnot, when it gets real hot and dry, even then it won't. The moss is still there. It's not like a ton of moss or anything, but anyway, so this is just showing. This is East Texas. So, but we've had a lot of wet weather. Like it's been really wet. It's been raining every day. So I think that I couldn't figure out why. I was trying to figure out, is this something with food? You know, did I leave a food source? Because that's what it was kind of like when I've had pest problems before. A lot of times you track it down to, oh crap, I left this bag of oranges rotting in the pantry or something like that. You know. And then when you find that and remove it, you've removed your basic, you know, it's only a matter of time to whatever pest is gone. But this case is kind of different because these don't really feed that much anything in particular, and there was nothing to really, you know, I definitely haven't left out any food. What I've noticed is that if I buy bananas out of all the stupid things, I leave the bananas on the table. I read somewhere to refrigerate bananas, and I did that once, and they turned nasty like in a day. It was the stupidest advice I ever heard, apparently. I don't know if it's just these particular bananas or what, but at least in that case, I will never refrigerate bananas again because they were gross. They were completely like gross, rotted in like a day. Whereas if I leave them on the table, it takes like a week, you know, depending. But I've noticed that these gnats, at first I didn't even know if they were gnats or fruit flies, to be honest. Especially since they seem correlated. Like when I buy bananas, and I will leave the bananas on the table because it just seems like a convenient place. I guess I could leave them in the pantry, but you know, they'll be like the only thing on the table in a nice wrapped bag, you know, everything. But they'll still always, it seems like that's when the gnats come around. So it almost, you know, I didn't know if they were gnats or fruit flies really, but they're definitely gnats. Again, I've Googled a lot in the last few days about this. And looking at the pictures and everything, they're definitely gnats. They're called fungal gnats, I guess, for Googling purposes. Why they're called fungal gnats, I don't know. I just call them gnats. And I'm not the only one who has this problem because I watched this streamer, and actually she's from Austin. And she had the same thing, like I just was watching her one day and she was swatting. She's like, these stupid gnats or flies around my monitor. And I was thinking, I know that exact feeling because they bugged me from time to time for a while, you know. They'll kind of go anywhere there's food like that, like around your computer monitor where you're eating chips or whatever all the time. Bathrooms, anywhere there's water, sinks, toilets. You know, they're kind of flying around. And like I said, they don't swarm. There's not like 50 or something. You just see 2 or 3. And then if you kill them and you come back in a minute, there'll be like 3 or 4 more. You know, they never go away. There's obviously like a bunch in reserve all the time. Because you can kill them all you want. They just like 2 more come back when you kill them. So anyway, I did a lot of research. First thing I found out is they are gnats. They're not fruit flies. Because that was my first thing, since they seem to be related to when I bring bananas in the house in the past years. You know, I thought that was and I never really gave them much thought. I just thought, well, they could be fruit flies. They're gnats. I guess, like I said, they're called fungal gnats on Google. At least mine are. And like I said, why and what's this root cause and how I can get rid of them, because they're very annoying when they fly around my computer monitor. I don't know. I haven't cracked that code yet. But I recently, like I said, I had an infestation basically, and it was worse by far, probably by a factor of 2 than any I had previously had. Like I said, always before they were just kind of a little annoyance, flying around, flitting around, one of them or 2 of them here and there, you know. This time they were like much more numerous, probably, you know. They were like around the trash can, the wastebasket, the kitchen sink, my bathroom, and where my desktop computer is, my desk. At least those 4 areas, at least they seemed, you know, to really be heavy. It's really annoying. Like normally maybe if I have this infestation in the past, there'd be like one flying in front of my monitor every 5 minutes or something annoying. This time it was like literally every 30 seconds or less. You know, you didn't even have to wait any time on one to fly by. You know, it's crazy. And you can't ever find where they're coming from. They're so weird. Like, if you look around and try to find, like, okay, they keep flying by my monitor. They must be coming from somewhere. Where are they? You can't find them. I don't know. They hide in the blinds. I don't know where they're at, but they hide in every little nook and cranny, I guess, such that you can't find them till they annoy the crap out of you and fly in front of your monitor. I mean, you just can't. You know, I don't know where they come from. Another thing was like, well, you might think I have an old crappy house. No, it's a pretty new house. It's sealed really well. Like my electric bill is really low, all that stuff. It's about a 20-year-old house actually now. Um, but that's still pretty new. And like I said, it's sealed up really well, really, really well. Like one thing that happens is my doors, whenever they're like almost shut, and the air kicks on, it's the air pressure will like suck them up. I'm not sure exactly how that works. My brother, it's scary when you live by yourself sometimes because you hear a door kind of slam shut, and it takes you a split second to realize, oh yeah, it's just because the air kicked on and it sucked it closed. But my brother, I never knew, but my brother told me, yeah, that's a good sign. That means your house is sealed up really well. So, yeah, and like I said, my electric bill's low. I get insulation and ceilings. So it's not like a rickety old house. I'm trying to say there's not like a ton of areas for these things to get in and stuff. But what I read about them online is one of those things where they can get in anywhere. They can get in like under the tiniest little hole in your windowsill, your window. So it's like impossible probably to keep them out. Around my door, I noticed a few little holes. I could work on sealing that better. With the weather sealant and stuff. But I don't think I could ever possibly get every single little crack. It's like trying to keep anything else out. Yeah, you can try. I feel like, so what I decided I think was the problem, because I wanted to find the root. How can I get rid of these, and what is the issue? I know how pests work. There's always a root cause. And I think, I'm not positive, but I think that it's just that wet spot outside my front door. It doesn't dry out well. And I've got another pest problem, millipedes, over the years. And they also kind of wax and wane, but I also think they're related to that for sure, because the first thing you do if you Google how to get rid of millipedes, it says get rid of all sources of moisture because they love moisture. I've got a 10 by 40 square foot, damp patch right in front of my door, more or less. Not right in front of my door, right in front of my porch, let's say. On the side of my house all the time, it doesn't drain properly. By the way, I've looked into draining it too, and I just haven't, it took me a while to really, I don't know anything about houses and stuff. I didn't really even realize it was an issue. And I kind of started realizing it was an issue. It took like years to dawn on me. Then I kind of started realizing then I looked into draining it, and it's a big hassle more than you think. You can't drain it. It clearly, like, my backyard slopes down, so it goes to this drainage ditch behind me, but that drainage ditch is on somebody else's property. So I can't drain it there because it's their property. It's not city property or anything else. And first rule of homeowner law is you cannot drain your property under any circumstances onto your neighbor's property. You just can't. And my neighbor is real friendly. I've talked to him back there. He owns a big field back there. I never asked him if I could drain my lawn under there. I'm thinking about it, but I probably won't because it's just illegal anyway. What if he sells it? And, you're not supposed to drain your land onto somebody else's land. It's just like a law. But that would be the natural place to drain it because it just slopes down there, and that's where it kind of goes anyway when it rains really heavy. But you can't do that because it's somebody else's land. So the only way to go is to pump it, and you have to pump it up because the only other direction is up, and you can go to the curb, and then you can drain it there. But then you have to ask the city for permission, I guess, or check if it's legal. And if they say no, I don't know what you would do. Because I have a really small yard. There's nowhere for this water to drain on the yard, And you'd have to put in a sump pump and pump it up the little bit of an incline and all this mess. So I haven't fixed it yet. I don't know how fixable it is. But anyway, all that to say, so I had this gnat problem. I think it's just due to that moisture in my side yard there. And they've been driving me crazy, so I hit everywhere. How do you get rid of gnats? One of the dumbest things that all these searches led me to would say, they all say, use apple cider vinegar and put some in half apple cider vinegar and half water, and then put a couple drops of dishwashing liquid in there, and put a bowl of that, and they'll just flock to it, and they'll just drown because the detergent, breaks the surface tension of the water, so they'll just, in the apple cider vinegar, they think it's fruit, and they'll go right to it, and it didn't work with a crap. I mean, it's one of the most blatantly wrong things Like I said, literally, if you almost everything about gnat control, the first thing will be like, just get you some apple cider vinegar. It doesn't work at all. Like, few things have been as spectacularly wrong as this. They almost seem repelled by the vinegar. Because I went and bought apple cider vinegar. Now, it did finally work for me the other day. I put some in the sink of all things, and it was like basically dishwater. And I just poured a little bit in versus there was quite a bit of water in there. And I did notice the next day there was like 10 dead gnats in there. Which they normally, there's so many right now that they'll come, there'll always be a few. But so I guess it kind of finally worked, but it's terrible advice. It doesn't really work. And I don't know why the hell it's like this old wives' tale that, it annoys me, man. You look at the I don't know. You look at how to get rid of any kind of pest. And you'll find this idiotic homemade remedy that everybody repeats, and it's so stupid. This is definitely one of them. So trust me, apple cider vinegar does not attract gnats. And I was doing something. I was trying to. I think it was the millipedes, and all the advice was like, get something kind of earth that kills them or whatever, dioramic earth or something. It's like, no, it's stupid. Anyways, so the apple cider vinegar, I finally got it to work a little bit by using 1 part vinegar to 30 parts water in a freaking sink. But before that, I would put some in a bowl and do that, and it doesn't work at all if you do that at all. I mean, it's like they actively avoid it. If it was just plain water, a lot more would go in it. But anyways, so take that, you stuffy housewives. You don't know what the heck you're talking about. Oh, another thing about gnats is if you Google about how to control them and whatnot, everything is, we'll talk about plants, because apparently normally the people that have problems with them, they have potted plants. Because the gnats come to the plants, apparently they feed on the plants, they like the moist soil. I have moist soil right outside my door. That's why I think that's the cause of it. So 90% of the device is catered to houseplants. I don't have any houseplants. They're just invading. Like I said, I think it's because of that moisture. There's nothing I can do about that. But so I've been hitting the interwebs, just trying desperately to find something to attack these gnats. And I hit the old Amazon, and I found a couple things. I found some sticky strips of yellow paper that apparently they're attracted to the color, and I haven't tried those yet. They're 6x6 squares, let's say, and and that was cheap. It was $6 for 8 or something like that. Real cheap thing. This was a little more expensive, but once I saw it, first thing I noticed was that I think it had a lot of reviews, and the reviews were really good. They were 4.5 stars. So that really sold me on it right away. And this is a gnat zapper. And I guess it's for any kind of fly. It could be flies, mosquitoes, fruit flies, whatever. But I'm using it for gnats and it works great. Because I've only had it for a few hours. It arrived today. So I'm going to break it down. And there's the name of it so you can Google it on Amazon. It was about $40, which is a little steep because it works so good. I want to get 2 or 3 of them and put them on all the problem areas of my house. Or at least 2 maybe. But, it's killing so many, I think it may take care of them by itself. I've moved it around all the problem areas. I put it on top of the wastebasket for a while. I put it on the kitchen sink, which is one of the main areas. And, okay, I'm about to turn it on. All it does is zap them, okay? Now, when it zaps them, it makes a loud pop. It's very satisfying. At first, it'll startle the crap out of you. But you get used to it. It still startles you no matter what, but it's actually very satisfying too. I love it because it's I got another one of those bastards. That's what it looks like turned on. It's blue. Now, I wanted to show you something that has this tray down here. You can take this tray out, I believe. I haven't taken it out yet. I know you can actually, yeah. So this is some of the gnats. Now here's the thing. It's been running for a few hours today. I'd say it came this afternoon. This is 1/10 the gnats it's killed, because right before I brought it over here, I had a huge mishap. The thing fell over, and there goes a gnat. Okay, it's probably gonna pop in a minute. It probably could pop at any moment. See, there goes a gnat, and it's gonna zap it probably soon. So when that happens, I'm gonna be startled, and Just wait for it. uh, shoot, now I'm all on edge because I know it's gonna startle the crap out of me. So yeah, so this is like literally 1/10, if not less, because of two reasons. There was like at least 3 or 4 times that many dead ones in the tray, and I just knocked the thing over like an idiot, and spilled them all over the damn kitchen table. I need to still go clean them up, by the way. So yeah, that's annoying because I wanted to show you that this was practically like I said, there's probably 4 times as many as this at least. I mean, it was, a lot of gnats, and it's way less impressive now. But you can still see that it's been killing quite a few. I'm surprised it didn't. I saw one flitting around. I don't know if you could see that on the camera. So I was waiting for it to pop, because usually you'll see one flitting around, and the next thing you know, pop. So I don't know what happened to where he went. Now the blue light, I'm assuming it really attracts them because, yeah, they're always getting popped by it. Maybe it hums or something helps attract them too. I have no idea. I really hope it pops on this video. It gets one. I'm in a spot where there's no gnats around right now, so I don't know. Like I said, I just saw one crawling, so I was waiting for the pop. No, I don't see him or know where he went. But anyways, yeah, so it's got this tray. Now, I counted early on, there was like 20. Another thing I noticed is wherever it's sitting, that they will start collecting not just on the tray, but kind of on the sides, because I guess some of them it shocks so violently, it pops them out into like if you were to leave it here all day, there will start being a bunch of dead ones over here too, probably like as many as on the tray, that many more will be outside the tray on both sides, because not all of them go in the tray, basically. Like half of them don't. So not only was there like 4 times as many as there is in there, but then however many is in the tray, I guarantee you have to double that many for how many were outside. Because whenever I leave it on a flat surface like this, leave it for like an hour and come back, it'll be a bunch of dead gnats all around. Now if I just leave it like on the wastebasket or something, I won't be able to see the gnats because they just fall on the floor, I guess. But anytime I leave it on something like this where I can see the sides, yeah, there'll be a lot of dead gnats there if I leave it long enough. I'm kind of mad that one gnat did not get zapped, because he was my best chance to catch a zap on this video, which I really wanted to do. But I mean, I guess it's like any other, if you've seen any other bug zapping light, it pops like that. Come on, natty gnats. Gnat's been annoying the crap out of me for 2 weeks, and now when I need them, they're not here. That's another thing. I've noticed a drastic. As to how many they've killed, it's killed just today, and I haven't done anything else. There's no bait or anything involved. I guess the only thing that attracts them is the light. Just today, early on, I counted I estimated probably 30 in the first batch that I counted, within an hour or within probably 30 minutes. Within probably, I don't even know, like 20 minutes, first 20 minutes or something. Overall, I would have to estimate that it's killed at least 100 so far, because it's been racking them up since then, I'm half tempted to go, because where I spilled them is still a lot of them on the tablecloth. And it would be pretty impressive. Like I said, it's like at least 3 times the number that's on that tray. It's really cool. It's a little pricey, I guess, at 40 bucks. It has these hooks that I guess you can hang it up, but I don't care about that because I've been moving it around. I like that aspect too. I started out with it on the counter. It was getting a good number in there, on the kitchen counter. I moved it to I just set it on top of the wastebasket because a lot of them congregate there. It did a good job zapping a bunch there. I actually put it in the kitchen sink with the water off, of course, no water around it. I put it on top of the drain because a lot of them kind of go in that garbage disposal drain all the time. It's one of their very favorite spots. It was popping a lot of them there. Everywhere I put it, it's been popping a lot. It's finally slowed down a lot in the last couple hours. I don't know if it killed so many of them that they're gone now or something, to be honest. So yeah, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to get to the source because I read they have larvae, and I guess the larvae are probably going to keep hatching and stuff, especially since I think the source is outside in that wet soil in my yard, so that There's nothing I can do. I'm probably just basically what I think is gonna end this outbreak is when it stops being so damn wet. um, I don't know. It doesn't say it. It shows that like you can get zapped, but it doesn't say it's. I'm assuming it's not deadly. I think it says 20 watts somewhere in the zapping power or whatever. So that probably wouldn't kill you, but it's got these two grids, so it would be very hard to touch anyway. Dang it! It's not looking good to get a zap out of this because, well, it hasn't happened yet. Oh, I think another thing. I think it says in instructions. It comes with just like a page or two instructions. I think it mentions like it works better at night or in a dark room, which stands to reason because you'd think the gnats would probably come for it more. And I've only been using it in like fully lit rooms so far, and it's still working fantastic. So, here's the little case, and it comes, or the thing it came in. It comes. One good thing is, I took them out. I see. It mentions coming with 2 replacement bowls. I didn't know what the hell they meant. I thought maybe they were top or something, but here they are. They come in the package. I haven't opened it up, but so whenever those bulbs go out, which I have no idea how long it would take or anything, hey, it comes with 2 replacement bulbs on top of everything else. So that's cool. Or if you break one or something. But I mean, I don't know what their life is. So far, no signs of it. Like I said, I'm still mad at the gnat that was flying or crawling around in the beginning, didn't go up there and get popped. Shoot. Trying to think of a way I could move it to my desktop and probably get one, but well, anyways, so I don't know exactly what the end game in controlling these gnats is, but I'm thinking this thing kills such a huge amount. Like I said, in the few hours since I've got it, I would estimate it's killed at least 100. That would just be my estimation. And now, when before I would try to kill them, I would kill them with my hand, which is gross, but most times it's all you got. I would smush them with my thumb because sometimes they don't even run away from me that much. If I saw one on the counter or something, swat them with my hand a lot. And they're little, they don't like make a mess or anything. And then I just rinse my hand off or whatever. Shot them with fly swatter a lot. And fly swatter almost is kind of hard to kill them sometimes because they'll go through the little holes in the fly swatter. It has to like hit on the correct spot for it to kill them. Yeah, and but I would be happy like if I killed a few with my hands on the counter or whatever. Ooh, I got 3 or 4. I really knocking their numbers down. This thing put in a whole nother level of like, like I said, it's killed. I would just wildly estimate at least 100 today. There's no way like in my little killing my hands I might get 15 in a day. So this thing really, and what I've noticed is that the numbers of them are really gone down already. They're still flying around. There's still some flying around the house and stuff. I still see them here and there. But it's like way less. Like just the fact that the whole time I've been filming this, not even one has gotten into it. They've really subsided, So I think this could be the answer to my gnat problems. If I can't find the root cause, which I can't so far, and I think it's just that I have a wet yard, and they're going to go away when it stops raining, which it will. It's about to be June, July in Texas. It's going to get hot, and the yard will dry out. So but it looks to me like this can probably keep their numbers low enough that like they're not an issue. Like it's the actual solution for me, in that as long as I have this around, they're not going to bother me. And it works so good that I've already thought about getting more. Like I said, now at $40, it's kind of pricey. I don't remember exactly how much it was. I think it was like $40.99. And then there was some kind of like 5% off, so that's like, or maybe 10% off, so it's like $36.99. It was like one of these like coupon. Click for the coupon there. It doesn't really make sense, but whatever. And then I got the Amazon card, so it's another 5% off, I guess. Or how it works is you get 5% cash back on Amazon purchases with your Amazon card. But so for me, it might have been like $36 or something plus tax, but It comes with a little chain to hang it. I'm not ever going to use that. It comes with instructions how to change the light bulb. You probably take off the top or the bottom or something to get at them. So yeah, the thing has been amazing. The only thing really making me mad is that I haven't got a single pop on my camera. But that's a testament to how well it's been working all day. There doesn't seem to be nearly as many left as there once was. So yeah, this thing might just be the solution. Like I'll have to, we'll have to see how it goes in a week or something. But it appears to me that it's killed so many of them that they're like 80% less annoying already, and this is on the first day of having this thing. Yeah, I was thinking already, like I may get two or three of these to put in all the hot spots permanently. I could put one in my kitchen, one mainly by my desktop is the main hot spot I'd want to get. And if I could put one in my bathroom, that's probably the third hot spot, but I don't even know if I'd need that, So yeah, that's and again, I wish I hadn't spilled it before I brought this thing over here, because this would be much more impressive. There's 3 or 4 times as many dead gnats as you can see there. Just covered in that thing, and then so this thing, like I said, $40 on Amazon. You just turn it. I already turned it on. And I guess if I had another little complaint, the cord's kind of short, like, because I want to plug it in and like reach it over certain areas sometimes, like in my living room, to where I'm sitting on the couch playing Destiny by my laptop and stuff. There's another place gnats go sometimes, but I couldn't reach it over there from the cord. But it's a pretty short cord. But I think that's like a very, very minor concern, really. Yeah, this video is at our 32-minute mark, but Aspectek, I guess it's China. I'm sure it's China stuff, but this one actually really works. A lot of this China stuff doesn't work, or it's garbage. I saw somebody on Twitter talking about how all this Chinese junk they get from Amazon. That's kind of me. I'm always buying this little, this thing pumps up your car tires, electric car pump for $20, and I'm always buying. Oh, that's cool. I'll get that, and then never use half of it. But yeah, this is neat, and like I said, my big regret here is I'm not getting a pop, because it's really cool. There's like a kind of a actual, like, I don't know how to describe it, almost like a little mini explosion. It's really cool. You could call it satisfying. Oh, there's a gnat. There it goes. Oh man, it scared the crap out of me. I literally saw that freaking gnat land on the grating there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not. That crap was coming, and it still scared the crap out of me. It's not bad though. Like I said, it's really satisfying to me, because I'm like, yes, another one of those little suckers gone. Especially when you're like, I'm sure I'll get used to it more over the next few days. It still startles me a little bit, but that was incredible. Great end to the video, because it finally got one zapped. That's what one sounds like, getting zapped. And yeah, it's really, the rate of them has gone down. Like at first it was zapping them, every 2 minutes. Now it's zapping them like, this video has been 33 minutes since the first one it got. Now granted, this is like a low gnat area. Like different areas of the house have different gnat densities, let's say. Like I said, this is like a low density area for sure, even though this right here 2 feet away is a major density area, my bathroom. But yeah, this thing is like a darn near miracle so far. This is great, and I think it's going to be the solution. I'll try those like sticky strip thingies too, and I may buy another one. Like I said, you don't even if it kills so many of them that they're not really a problem or annoyance. I don't really see. Now I don't have to worry about finding the source or whatever, Which, like I said, I don't think I can do anything about anyway, because the source is probably just the fact my yard is too wet, and there's not any immediate way I can drain that. Maybe in 3 months if I start planning now or something and want to spend like thousands of dollars probably on a drainage system. But anyways, so that's it. Very cool, and I'm just thrilled I got the pop at the end. Although I wish I'd have got a few more. So have a good one.